Hey guys, it's Pete and Jasmine here to explain how you play the game Pandalism, which you can see is laid out here on the table. We've done all of the setup work for you so that you don't have to watch us shuffling cards. Apparently Pete is bad at it.
I am bad at shuffling.
Pete is really bad at shuffling. So we are going to show you what everything on the table means, and then we'll kind of play through a round. The game plays over 3 rounds, so we'll walk you through one of them.
Yes.
So you can see down here, in the world of Pandalism, Pandaland is where we all are. We are rival art collectors who have decided to make the jump into collecting street art. It's the latest and greatest thing in Pandaland.
And these cards represent the 4 artists, or in one case, group of artists, doing notable work in the field of street art.
Mm-hmm. So we have here the Bamboozler, super cute. We have Brick, who is known for his smashing work. We have the Crystal Collective, represented by these 5 guys, and we have Rat, represented by the Rat.
Yes, we will be angling to both show the works of these artists and collect points, and get the favor of these artists, represented by these tokens, which will also be worth points, and a few other nifty little perks.
Mm-hmm. So, to start the game, you are going to want to set these color-coded cards down on the table. We have them in a row like this so that you can see them. You can also do them sideways if that doesn't bother you. And then you'll shuffle your art cards and you'll lay 1 art card out on each of these color-coded cards. We actually botched a take, so they're already laid out, but you will put 1 card on each color coding. And you can see that they match the tokens and Pete's cubes. And that is no accident. We are basically going to be doing programmed bidding on our bid cards here, and Pete will explain what each of those sections means.
Yes, and I'll start from the bottom up. Claiming is how you add cards from the center of the table into your hand. We're going to try and claim up to 3 pieces. Install/show is how you either move cards out of your hand to face up in front of you, aka the gallery, or turn cards in your gallery into juicy points. We are basically going to take our little colored tokens, cubes for me, discs for Jasmine, and place them. We're going to place these cards behind our little privacy screen so we can't see what the other one is doing, and but you can see what we're doing, and we're going to rank which ones we want. And we start with 2 cards, so I don't know what she has, she doesn't know what I have.
This is what I have.
This is what I got.
Alright, so again, botched take. My rankings are perfectly in order already.
I gathered mine into my hand.
That was clever of you for demo purposes. So you can also see that each art card has a number up here in the corner. That's going to tell you how many points that particular card is worth when you have a gallery show.
Yeah, and each art card corresponds to one of the artists. This is all artwork we scavenged off of Google Images. We make no claim to any of this. I'm pretty sure this is actually by Banksy. So, yeah. Totally not allowed in a real version of the game. But
isn't that real, like, street art of us to appropriate their images? So, yes. I feel like we're being more street art than anything. Okay, so you're done.
I'm done.
I'm done.
Okay.
All right, reveal.
Reveal?
No! Okay, so we will now explain why we just both went, oh. So, we have both placed our bids on our cards, and we're going to go top to bottom, and we're going to talk through each of these. So, we both chose to play blue to start, and unfortunately, that means that we have collided.
Yes, we both went for it, so neither of us gets it.
Mm-hmm.
So the blue card is going to stay put, but as a consolation prize, we each get 1 card off of the draw deck.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then we continue down in order. So I next bid black.
And I went for yellow, so no collision there. We both get what we came for.
Okay. Then I went red, and you went red.
Yeah, so another collision. We each get a card.
Okay. And then...
I went black.
And I went purple, so I get...
And black's already been claimed, so I come away empty-handed there. So, 2 cards collided. Those stay out. We replenish the other 3 slots. Ooh, and some tasty-looking cards out there.
So, you can see that my hand has changed a little bit, perhaps. Not to give anything away here, but I may want to take a different order this time.
Yes. So. She would do something like that. Okay, ready?
All right, I'm done.
Oh! She tried to psych me out.
I was thinking that he was going to go for black because he was so excited to see it come out.
Okay, once again, we squabble over blue and we both come away empty. So I get purple, she gets black.
I picked black. Then...
I went for black and failed, so she gets red.
I picked red.
And then I went for red and failed, and purple's already gone, and then neither of us cared about yellow. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't count as a collision if it's in the never mind spot, because we don't care.
Why would you collide if you don't care?
Exactly.
Okay. So, I have this situation going on. So I feel like mayhaps a change is in order.
Or mayhaps one isn't. She is cunning.
I am pretty cunning. Alright, I feel like I have psyched you out this
ready?
time. Okay, let's do it. Yes!
Okay.
Finally! Ha!
Okay, so finally, we both get to take a proper action. Now, sometimes the order in which you take your action matters, so we start with the card that we claim that is closest to the artist. I went for yellow way down here, she went for black way up here. She gets to go first.
Alright, I get to go first, and I am going to use this 2-point brick to install work into my gallery. And I happen to have 5... art
snap.
By one of my favorite all-time artists, Brick. He is a simple, brutal artist for a complicated, brutal world.
Alright, and now because she took an action as a cookie, I get to play something out of my hand. Can be any card, doesn't have to be Brick. I'm going to play this Bamboozler out of my hand into my gallery. Okay. And now I get to execute my install show. I too will be installing. I am going, so you can go ahead and play.
Okay. I will play my Bamboozler.
Yes, and I am going to install this huge pile of Crystal Collective artwork.
Oof.
Yes.
Yeah, that is pretty impressive.
All right, so... Then I was going for black, but that's been claimed, so Jasmine gets blue.
I get this blue. That was my
crap,
choice.
You're going to shut me out. Okay, then I go for blue, which she just claimed.
And I'm going to go for purple.
I'm going to go for purple, which she just claimed.
And I will go red.
All right, so we get all new street art now.
All right.
So both of us are primed to score big in our 2 things.
Scoot this all the way back. There. All right.
Unfortunately, no brick work came out, so she has no way of scoring that just yet. However, I have 2 ways of scoring my huge stash of Crystal Collective work.
So can I guess which one Pete will pick, or do I want to do something different entirely?
All right,
You ready? I'm not going to mess with you. Go for it.
Yeah, I thought she was going to block me here, but okay, so I'm going to show. So on a show, I don't get to play anything else out of my hand, but this was well timed, so I don't have to. Add that to my gallery and cash all these in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points.
Yikes, that is quite a lot of points.
Yes, and because I have more cards, not points, more cards of this artist in my gallery than she does, 7 to 0, I get a token for that artist. Now the crystal, this helps determine end of round conditions and is also worth bonus victory points.
When you have 3 total artists of any type, that could be 3 Crystal Collective or any mix of anything here, that is when the round is over, when one player has 3. And they also give you special bonuses as you're playing the game. So let's explain that, I guess.
Yes, for most of these artists, for the Bamboozler, Brick, and Arat, there is only one token, so that token may go back and forth between us as the game is played. The one I just scored, the Crystal Collective, is different. As you can see, there are a total of 5 tokens. This is mine. She can't steal it from me. So that's why they're nice.
Then we also have Rat, who wants to get some cheese. So when you take him, because you've played enough Rat and you've done a gallery show for him, you get to draw 2 cards and add them to your hand. Brick does kind of the exact opposite of that. He lets you destroy 2 cards from your rival gallery.
And then the Bamboozler doesn't do anything special. He's just worth 6 points at the end of the round. Everyone else is worth 3. Oh, and don't forget your cookie. I just took an action. So.
That's right. I get to play a card to my gallery because Pete had a showing.
Yes.
I feel like we should call that envy.
And then now you get to resolve your action.
And so my action was yellow. I chose to do an install show for yellow, and I am going to install...
All right, so I can play my card.
I'm going to install some rats into my gallery. So now I have a stack of 5 rats, you can see here, 5 brick, and 2 bamboozlers. But my hand is pretty light, so...
She still has a hand, however. I do not. Okay, so that was our show action. Next up, okay, you took blue, I took red.
So we get to take those.
Then we collide on purple.
Thank you. And we collide in real life, too.
Yeah, and that's it. By that point, everything has been claimed. So, we will restock the middle. Oh my, the Bamboozler has been busy.
All right.
Oh, good lord.
Time to bamboozle. Time to learn to shuffle, Pete.
I do not shuffle well. You knew this. You knew this.
If I'm going to marry you, you have to learn to shuffle.
You knew this.
Did I, though? Did I? It's okay. I'll shuffle for you.
Oh, she's very sweet. Okay.
Actually, now that I think about it... Or am I thinking about it? Maybe I didn't.
Maybe the thinking is a clever ruse. Okay, you ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
Thank goodness. I had red first, and I actually swapped it because I thought, no, Pete's going to know that I'm going to want that 2-pointer.
Okay, so you get to take this card. Your black goes first. So you tell me, are you showing or are you installing or showing?
I am going to... I believe you have a bamboozler in your hand.
Do I?
Yes. Probably. I'm going to take the risk and I'm going to show. That's right. Okay, so what happens now is Pete and I both have the same amount of cards.
So she does not have more cards than I do. That's the important thing.
So I don't get the points for my...
Well, no, you don't get the token.
I don't get the token for my bamboozler, but I do get the points here. So it's 5 points. It's not very many points, but they're mine. So
yeah. So 10-5. We're not writing this down at the moment.
Well, we're not writing this down because using a pen and paper would be cheating.
That would be
We're
cheating.
asking you, dear players of Pandalism, to please don't cheat. Please track all scores in your head at all times.
Yes.
Pen and paper will be severely punished. Severely.
Severely?
Or you could take your plastic wrap from the outside of the box and you could carefully cut it into tiny numbers and you could place them on the table.
That would be delicate and artistic.
It would be beautiful. You should do it.
So, now we resolve red. I'm going to show. So she gets to play a card out of her hand in response.
I do. Sadly.
All right, now, I do have more cards than she does for the Bamboozler, so I get him.
Yep.
So, and that showing is worth a whopping 8 points for me, so I'm up to 18 points.
18-5.
Everything's coming up, Pete.
Not for long.
Okay.
Look at all this brick.
That's a lot of brick.
It's a lot of brick.
Okay, moving on. Yellow, I get. Red, you strike out.
I strike out yellow.
And I strike out on black. Then I get blue, and you get purple.
And I get purple, so...
Now we both got our least most interesting claim. That's kind of rare. Okay. So...
Alright, 3-point crystal collective, 2-point brick, 2-point crystal collective, 3-point brick, and 1-point rat. So, what does Pete have in his hand? What is Pete going to want to do? And if I'd been watching, I would probably know that, but I've been focusing on narrating and, yeah, continuing to talk. It's harder than you'd think to continue to think of things to say.
Are you thinking of things to say?
I am. I'm thinking of them right now. I can't say any of them, of course, because I'm trying to think of them right now. I don't know if Pete's going to come after me or if he's going to try and do his own thing, but I'm going to err on the side of suspicion. Or am I? Yes, I am. That is what I am doing. Okay, I'm good. You good?
Okay,
We're good.
We're good.
Yes.
Okay,
All
so
right.
closest to the artist goes first. I went for black, she went purple, mine goes first. I am going to show.
Yeah, that's right, he is. So he now has a 1-card showing. So a 1-painting showing. It's not a very good showing.
Yeah, but you have an opportunity to respond, so you can play a card in response to that.
Right. Unfortunately, I don't have a card that's going to be very useful to me right now, and because Pete's showing has more paintings than my showing, which is non-existent, Pete gets a
3
Crystal
points,
Collective.
but more importantly, I get the Crystal Collective token.
And he wins this round.
By a lot.
By a lot. So...
But let's show what would have happened had we gotten to this one, because it demonstrates the special power thing.
Right, exactly.
Let's say I had this in my gallery.
So, what could have happened is I would have played purple, I would have gotten my action, and I would have chosen to have a showing, which would have cleared out all of this for a bunch of points and would have also given me the brick token.
Because I'm showing no brick.
And that lets me take his special action. Brick lets me discard 2 cards in my opponent's gallery. And hey,
Oh no!
these 2 panda cards, bamboozler cards, are gone.
Splat.
So, that's what brick would let me do. You can also...
okay, go ahead.
You can also, if you are trying to show an artist that's already been claimed, with the exception of the Crystal Collective, you take it back from your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
So just because Bamboozler has been claimed doesn't mean he's gone, and you still get the power when you take him back into your hand.
Yeah, in fact, if you win a gallery showing for an artist you already have, if it's Arat or Brick, you get to use their special power. So if this game were continuing and then Jasmine were to do another showing of Brick because she had some cards in her gallery, and I still had no brick, then she would be entitled to use his special power again, even though she already has the token. Because, I need to start showing some respect for the brick over here, apparently.
Yeah, so this is Pandalism. It is for 2 players. It was a battle to arrive here, but we think it's pretty fun. This is what we like in our 2-player games. It's the type of game that's pretty simple to pick up, but you're doing a lot of thinking about what your opponent is trying to do. Lost Cities we love for that reason. Die Monsters also.
Die Monsters is great for that.
Yeah, because all you're doing is sitting there in your opponent's head trying to kind of psych them out, outthink them, and that's kind of where we came up with the programmatic bidding. Is, are you going to kind of pursue your own strategy, or are you going to try and get over in your opponent's head and kind of psych them out and steal their cards before they get a chance to do that? Who knows? You do, apparently, when you play Pandalism.
Yes, and that is our game. We do hope you enjoy it.
Thanks so much, guys.